We spent the first hour and got my ID card in, and they waited another hour, got my ID card out. They called my name, go through the turnstile, and inside they just give me a piece of paper that says basically that I need to come back tomorrow because today the captain cannot see me. Tomorrow at 11 o'clock. So the drive to Gush Etzion and back from Ramallah, of course, is, as I mentioned, nearly 2 hours, and from Gush Etzion to my house is nearly half an hour. On the way back from Gush Etzion, from the settlement complex with the intelligence services, we picked up a family returning empty-handed without a permit to enter Jerusalem. Their son, who has congenital abnormalities, including 6 fingers, 6 toes, a kidney enlargement, and eyesight problems, were requested to go to the hospital in Jerusalem, Maqasid Hospital, but the Israeli intelligence denied their permit to enter Jerusalem. So they were going back very frustrated, very angry at this, didn't know what to do. Their financial situation is also very bad. And it turned out that they were also from Al-Walaja village, which is the village that I work very closely in with the people, as the wall is surrounding this village. This family had their home demolished, and the husband ended up in a mental institution because he couldn't handle the destruction of his home, lost his job, and is now unemployed, and the family is really in a very, very sad situation. And I hope we can somehow help them with either the treatment of their son who has problems, or financially for their other children who are in a bad situation. They live in the Dheisha refugee camp now. We go back, of course, and I'm back tired, although I did spend a lot of my time waiting by reading a book that I had brought with me, which is actually, ironically, the book that I've wanted to read all along, which is Civilian Jihad, which I continued to read the next day, on Tuesday, when we went back to the military compound in Gush Etzion. We arrived there around 10:15. The same routine was followed as the day before. I handed my ID card after about an hour of waiting, without even the courtesy of acknowledging that we are there. When they finally took my ID card an hour later, they just asked us to wait, get out and wait, and we waited outside. Hot day, but I continued to read. And in the process, we also meet some other people. One of the ladies we met had a daughter who's in medical school, is supposed to get medical training in Jerusalem. Her permit to enter Jerusalem is also denied. And the mother thinks it's denied because the husband has been in jail a year before. The mother has also been denied exit to Jordan, and she thinks for the same reason, because her husband was in an Israeli jail a while before. We hear many such stories of people who were denied permits to enter their own cities like Jerusalem, or to exit their own country like Palestine to go to Jordan. Anyway, about an hour after they took our ID card, my ID card, they called me inside. In the meantime, we hear all these barking of orders on people inside. This is part of their psychological warfare, I think. But they called me in and they asked for my telephone number, and I give them my phone number, and they tell me that basically that I am to go home, and that the colonel cannot meet with me today, and he will call me. So another day is wasted. We go back home around 1 o'clock, 12:30 or 1 o'clock. We leave, we arrive at 1 o'clock. The situation as I see it, and I observe these Palestinians, especially who are called on security issues, of course, and do not have, I think part of the reason why they didn't meet with me is they have received many, many calls, including from the US consulate, about my situation, whereas other Palestinians may not have that kind of privilege. So I feel, obviously that there is a lot of oppression of the Palestinians here. When you have a system that's structured by an occupying army where judges, lawyers, prosecutors, intelligence people are all Jewish Israelis, and the victims, the occupied people, are Palestinians who have to face this system, it is inherently an unbalanced system. And I recall seeing in their, basically on one of their screens, as we were waiting in the court in Ofer area, that there is a tilted balance of justice, and actually the tilt is towards a missing part of it on the screen. And I don't know whether they had that intentionally or not, but that was a metaphor for an injustice that's going on here.